Good morning students, welcome to our Sheba Group of School online class. Today we are going to discuss about Unit 4 Chemistry in Daily Life. During the Bangladesh Liberation War, therapy with oral rehydration solution, that means ORS, in 1971 reduced cholera death rates from 50% to 3% among thousands of refugees. An Indian doctor, Dilip, had to manage the shortage of saline bottles and cope up with the dehydration faced by the refugees. Dr. Dilip showed the efficiency of ORS in cholera cases among Bangladesh refugees in 1971 to 1972. Further field trial during the cholera epidemic in Manipur attested to its efficacy. ORS has since saved the lives of millions of children around the world. Look at the information what you infer from this. Now you get the curiosity to know about ORS and its function. In addition to this, let us know about some of the common medicine and how do they work. In the normal healthy intestine, there is a continuous change of water through the intestine wall. Up to 20 liters of water is secreted and nearly as much is reabsorbed for every 24 hours. This mechanism allows the absorption of absolute metabolism into the bloodstream from digestive food. However, when the person becomes sick or due to diarrhea, water is expelled and the body is not able to retain the liquid balance. This is called as dehydration. It is not the diarrhea that kills, but the dehydration resulting from the infection that kills. If more than 10% of body liquid is lost, death occurs. Let's learn about OSR, oral rehydration solution. ORS is the special combination of dry salt that is mixed with safe water. It can help to replace the fluid loss due to diarrhea. In a state of diarrheal disease, there is imbalance and much more water is secreted than reabsorbed, causing a net loss to the body, which can be as high as several liters a day. In addition to water loss, sodium and potassium are also lost. Certain concentration of sodium, that is Na, is needed for proper functioning of the body. For example, only with adequate sodium concentration in the intestinal wall, water can be absorbed by it through a process known as osmosis. If there is inadequate salt in the intestinal wall, the body will not be able to absorb water. So, the saline bottle directly transfers water and sodium into the bloodstream. However, for the saline water administered through mouth, intestinal wall is not able to absorb neither water nor sodium. So, Dr. Dilip found that if glucose, that is sugar, is added to the salt solution, then all the three waters, that is sodium, glucose, are absorbed by the body. During diarrhea, the intestine is still able to absorb glucose molecules. Thus, the ORS, that is oral rehydration solution, used the glucose molecule to enable the sodium to be carried through by a co-transport coupling mechanism. So, ORS is an effective treatment for 90 to 95% of the patient who are suffering from the diarrhea, regardless of the cause. So, as the water is replaced, balance is attained, saving the patient in most cases. Let us see homely made of ORS. Be very careful to mix 6 level teaspoon of sugar and 1½ level of teaspoon salt dissolved in 1 liter. Again I am repeating, 6 level teaspoon of sugar and half level teaspoon of salt just dissolved in 1 liter of clean water. Too much sugar can make diarrhea worse. So, too much salt can be extremely harmful to the child, making the mixture a little too diluted. With more than 1 liter of clean water is not harmful. So, through the process of osmosis, the salt and sugar pull water into your bloodstream and speed up rehydration. Next one is a antacid. Acidity is a set of symptoms caused by excess production of acid by the gastric gland of the stomach. Your stomach naturally produces gastric or hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, to help digest and break down food. Acidity issues arise when there is excess production of this acid due to triggers such as acidic food, spicy food, alcohol, dehydration and stress. When acidity occurs, the excess acid may move up from your stomach to your esophagus. The lining of your stomach with a pH of 1 to 3 is designed such as to withstand a high acidic environment. When we have acidity or heartburn, we are administered a class of medicine known as antacids. They are actually weak bases. As learned in chemistry, when a base is mixed with an acid, a neutralization reaction will be occur. So, when antacid are consumed, it creates a chemical reaction in the stomach, lowering the acidity and make the digestive acid less corrosive and less damaging. Most of the common antacid are sodium bicarbonate, that is NaHCO3, calcium carbonate, CaCO3, magnesium hydroxide, MgOH2, magnesium carbonate, MgCO3 and aluminum hydroxide, AlOH3. The chemical reaction create when the magnesium hydroxide neutralize, that is HCl. So, in the stomach and intestine. Next, move to the combustion. Can you guess what is common in rusting or iron, burning coal and the flame of candle? They all undergo a chemical reaction known as combustion. Combustion is a chemical reaction that occurs in the presence of fuel and an oxidizing agent that produces energy, usually in the form of heat and light. So, what we call as burning is really a combustion reaction. In fact, combustion is one of the first chemical reaction intentionally harnessed by humans. Any reaction that involves a reaction with oxygen is called oxidation reaction. In the combustion of hydrocarbon with oxygen, typically carbon dioxide and water are produced. Hydrocarbon and oxygen that gives a carbon dioxide plus heat energy. All combustion reactions are exothermic, that is they release heat. This is a combustion. Okay student, in the chemistry in daily life, I teach you the ORS, that is oral rehydration solution and antacid and also combustion. Let's move into the 5th unit, that is animal in daily life. Animals in daily life. In early class you have studied how plants are used in our daily life. Like that, today we are going to discuss about animal in daily life. Animal products used as a food. First one is a milk. We all know that milk is white liquid food produced by the mammary gland of mammals. It is the primary source of nutrition for infant mammals. We use milk in our daily life for the following. Okay, for example, milk is the daily essential product which is obtained from animals like cows, buffalo, goats and camel. Milk is necessary in our daily diet to prepare tea, coffee, ice cream, chocolates, sweets and other related products. So, highly recommended nutritive food contains protein and calcium are made from milk like paneer, cheese, cream, butter, ghee and curd. And next one is the animal product used food is egg. Eggs are laid by female bird of many different species to produce their young ones. So like a hen, duck, turkey and ostrich. We use these in our daily life for the following. They are used in our daily diet to get energy and good health. It is highly nutritious and rich in protein. Eggs have 6 grams of high quality protein. A protein packed breakfast helps to sustain mental and physical energy throughout the day. Consuming egg daily is good for any age peoples. Next one is an animal product used as clothing. Animal hair has a great demand. The hair from goat and sheep is used for manufacturing woolen cloth, shawls and blanket and socks. Similarly, horsehair is used as a bristle in small painting brushes. Even fur of animals include the skin is used to make warm and modern stylish cloth. Animal fibers. Some fabric fibers such as cotton, jute, silk are called natural fibers. Cotton and jute are example of plant fibers. Wool and silk fibers are example for the animal fibers. Wool is obtained from the fleece of sheep or goat. It is also obtained from the hair of rabbit, yak and camel. Silk fiber is obtained from the cocoon of silkworm. Wool. This type of cloth are being used by people of snow-capped region. Wool is a fiber derived from the fur of animal of the caprine family, principally sheep. The hair of other mammals like goat, yak, alpaca and rabbit may also be called wool. Mostly wool is produced from the outer coat of sheep. The processing of wool involves 5 major steps. They are as shearing, grading, storing, washing, scouting, carding and spinning. Okay students, in this lesson we discussed about the animal product used as a food for in the milk and egg we saw, and then next one is a animal product used as a clothing. Okay student, I hope that you all are understand today video class. See you in the next class. Thank you.